So this is the third video on indices from the Starting with Confidence booklet, Part A, Section 2, and this will help with exercise 3 questions 5 to 14. What we're going to be doing today is looking at another method that asks us to sort things out into this form, which of course, if I remind you, is the important form when it comes to things like differentiation, which you'll learn later in the course. In this method, we might well have extra terms added on, but the basic form is a number times x raised to a power. This method is called the V method, and so what we're looking at is a fraction of the form something plus or minus something else over one thing. And what we notice here is that this makes a V. And using this observation, we can pull out two separate fractions separated by a plus or minus and manipulate them that way. I'm going to motivate this with an example. So here we go. We notice the V and here, and separated by a plus. And what we can do is pull apart at this point, so we end up with 3 over 2, separated by a plus, and pull apart here, x over 2. We can then use the sliding method, which you'll find on the second video, to pull this apart. So first bracket, second bracket, which of course, that. There we go. So let's do another example. Again, one thing on the bottom, two things on the top separated by plus or minus. We can pull these apart in this way. So 2 over root x plus x over root x. And this is equal to 2x to the minus half plus x to the 1 times by x to the minus 1 half is 2x to the minus 1 half plus x 1 plus minus 1 half, which is of course 2x to the minus a half plus x to the half. If any of this was confusing, check out videos 1 and 2. This goes through this in a much slower and simpler form. We use the sliding method here, although I didn't put the step in, and in here we used the powers of indices to get to the answer. Finally, let's look at an example with a number on the bottom and a minus. But again, we can use the same method. Here we go. There's the V, and we can pull it apart in this way. So our first fraction minus second fraction. And again, we can manipulate these using the methods you saw in videos 1 and 2. So in this situation, we can use the sliding method. 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, x and x squared. And here, again, the sliding method. 4, 3, there's a 1 there because there's no x, and x squared. Here, an x and x squared cancel, so we get 1 over x. Leave it 1x squared for now. And then we can use the reciprocal, so the negative indice, and we get x to the minus 1 plus minus 4 over 3 x to the minus 2. And there you have it. So this should help you answer questions 5 to 14 of exercise 3.